Hey, hey there. Hello world. This is Madan Raj from CoFuture. Hope you guys are doing fine. Okay, so let's get started. Today in this video, I'm going to talk about Flutter block. Okay, so what is block and how can we use it? And well, in one video, I cannot explain all the whole part of the block, but I can explain the basic and we can continue in some other video advanced part of it. Okay, so today I will show you how can we use block in Flutter to access the endpoints, API endpoints, and using that we can show some data and we can navigate and stuff like that. Okay, some basic block things. Okay, so in this video I guarantee you that after this you will know what is block, because I was facing the same problem few days earlier, and now I'm all clear about it and want to share this with you guys. Okay, so yes, also with that, from today onwards I'm going to upload all videos in English, because I have noticed some in India itself, in some part of it, there are people who cannot understand Hindi, and it will be better. Today, nowadays, English is playing universal language, and it will be better. More people can understand one video, right? And the more the reach is, more the goodness is. Okay, okay. So first, let's talk about why do we need block. Okay, this is the hardest or important question we may think, because whenever, if I can do the thing without block, then why do I need block? That is the question, right? That was the same when I was doing some projects. I had this same question. So in this, what the best analogy is, obviously the project which I am doing in this video is not for which we need block. It's small, but to show how the block works, I am showing you this small project. Okay, so let's leave that project for a second, and I'm going to explain you why do we need to use block. For example, take a scenario where you have started a company, okay, and in which there are total number of working people, only there are 5. Okay, total working people in that company is 5, only 5 employees or CEO, founder. In total they are only 5. And now, do you need any different departments for them? No, they can work, they can sort the things out between themselves, they can assign different tasks to themselves, and it can go smoothly. Okay, for that they don't need any email, they don't need any form to fill, they don't need any stuff like that, right? But suppose if that same company grows to thousands of people, then they cannot work like that. They cannot sit on one table and they can decide, hey, Mr. You can do that and I will do this. No, they have to maintain that order. By there, so there will be a certain procedure to do that. For example, that certain UI task will be automatically assigned to the front end designer. The back end task will be assigned to them, to back end devs, and same goes with law or finance department or so on. Okay, so like that, it depends. When your app is small, we don't need any block or state management system, right? But if our app grows to thousands, or no, not thousand, or 10,000 lines, or you can know that from a moment when you think like it's hard to manage, or it's hard to make change at one place and it gonna affect some other place. If our app grows at that scale, then you need state management system. Okay, I think your state, why do we need to use state management question is clear. Okay, now let's proceed further. The next thing is, what the hell is state management block? Okay, what is block, how does it work, I'm going to explain you, okay, in the best way. Yes, in the best way. Okay, so let me be a small, let me be a small piece of, okay, let me be small again. Okay, and I'm going to open my best tool, which is Paint. Yep, in this I can draw and I will show you. Okay, so okay, okay, the canvas is small. Okay, no problem, this is enough I think. Or I can I? Mm, okay, leave it. This is enough I think. Okay, so consider, okay, now I'm going to explain how does the block works. Okay, and then we can move to coding part. And most probably for coding part I will create another video. Okay, because this is this itself has to or should I continue with this only? Okay, I will continue with this only. Okay, so for example, I have created a box here. Okay, so consider this box as a pipe. Okay, so this pipe, if you consider any pipe, they have two holes from two they have two sides. From one side, one side we can, if we put something from one side, it comes out from another side. Okay, so this is our pipe, so I will write here P. Okay, equals to, here I will write something in some time. Okay, wait, so this is our pipe, so some data goes in and some data comes out. So the data which goes in, is, we can call it sink. Si, I'm here, I am just writing sink. Okay, Si. And the data which comes out, we can call it stream. Okay, St. Okay, so okay, so here I can write St, here I can write Si. Okay, and this is our pipe, which in this pipe, in between, after the data has been synced and before streaming that out, inside this pipe there can be multiple things happening, multiple calculation, manipulation, all different type of things that may be happening. Okay, that doesn't matter, for that only we are using this is the specialty, that the stuff, the logical part which is happening, we have to separate the logical part and the UI part. Okay, so that logical part is our block and the UI part is UI part. We don't the UI part can be done usually by creating screens, and you know the UI, how that works. Okay, I have already created two projects, Flutter WhatsApp and Flutter Spotify. Check them out. Okay, so here what can I do is, so okay, let me explain you in now. This is the basic stuff, how the block works. So now for example, let's go further deep, let me explain you this again in some coding part. Okay, so this pipe, whenever we code, while we will be coding, then we are not going to refer this as pipe. Okay, so then we are going to refer this as controller, CT. Yes, controller. So by using that controller is our pipe. Okay, so we can use that controller to put the data in, and we can use that controller to stream the data. Okay, you should keep that in your mind, for this is the important part. Okay, so, and other than that, there are lots of advanced stuff in block which I don't think we need them now. in further when in the further series which I am going to upload regularly video about Flutter, in there we will see. For now, let's keep it simple and clean. So we will put some data, we will stream some data, and we will use it by controller. Okay, great. So I have already created one UI. This is the app, and I have already created a basic UI which is list of tiles, as you can see here. And from here the user can move. If they click on this icon, they can move to the detail page. Okay, simple UI. You also, I think you are capable of doing that if you are learning block. Okay, great. So now let's talk about the structure of the whole application, and then we can move further. Great. So okay, this is the screen, right? Okay, so this is the library in which all our coding part, all our coding stuff will be there. So okay, let me see, am I okay? I am at the side. Okay, so here already there is one part of structure. This is screens, which is holding all the UI part. Okay, there may be multiple. If you are creating real world project, there will be lots of screens, and maybe 50, 60, 100 like that. So it can all go in the screen part, and then you can create one more sorry, it should not be file, it should be folder, in which you can create or in which you can store models. Okay, the models will store that API calls and stuff. Okay, I can feel that I have not created a video about specific API, so I will create that tomorrow and will post it shortly. Okay, great. So this is the model in which I will explain you in a moment. First, let's create basic infrastructure, and then we will go to the coding part. So I have created screens, models, and now block. Okay, and there will be one more thing, which is services. The services we can put code, like if we want to make any HTTP request, or if we want to manage database and stuff like that. Okay, and then there will be in library, there will be one more file, not folder, file, which will be containing credentials.dart. Great. Okay, let me zoom out. Yeah, this is enough, I think. Okay, let's fill our credential first. So I will show you which endpoint or which dummy endpoints we are going to use, right? So JSON placeholder, yes. Yeah, this is JSON placeholder, yes. Here, this is website which gives us dummy endpoints by which we can use and perform our we can practice our endpoints. Okay, so this is here are some resources. Okay, we will use this. Okay, this is all the posts, and this is for particular post in detail. Okay, this is the URL which in which we will get all the posts, and this is the URL in which we will get a particular post. So this is our data to show in post detail, and this is to show in all posts. Okay, now we have to create a model for Dart, right? So a model is nothing but a to convert this JSON into Dart and Dart into JSON. To do that, we need model in Flutter or in Dart. Okay, so for that there is also one website Where is it? Yes, instantly pass. Yep, app.quicktype.io. Search this out. You can, it's best way, and there's lots of time saving. Okay, first what I will do is in models, they are called models. Okay, so in that model I will create all posts model dot. Okay, and also one more, that is post detail model dot. Okay, so these are both of our models. Okay, this post detail, okay, this is for post detail which I have already recently placed. So I can just copy this. We have to just paste this here and give the name of the class which will be changed here, and we can just copy this whole thing and paste it in the post detail here, post detail file. Okay, great. And now same goes with our this. So copy this whole thing and paste it here, and we can call all posts s with plural. Okay, so okay, copy this out, copy it and paste it. Okay, so we actually don't, just see the code. If you understand, it's great. If you don't, just leave it, just do this. Okay, it's not that we don't need to understand. If you understand, that's cherry on the cake, but we don't need. Okay, so here what the thing is, I can, okay, so we have got a model, our work with model is completed. Okay, now let's proceed further. Here here I will create one class credentials. Okay, so in credentials, if you are creating a real world project, there if we can store here URL, API keys and stuff like that. So we can use them all over the app by calling them here, and if we want to change them, we can change here one time and it all will be all other place it will be changed, right? Great. So here I will create one variable, final const base URL equals to, it is a string. Okay, final const or what, oh sorry, static. Yeah, so here we can use this URL, which is this, to get all the posts. Okay, yep, this is our base URL. Now I can close this file, we don't need anymore. Open, we do need to use it. Okay, great. Now let's create our services in which we will get the data and stuff like that. So let's start. So here I can create what can I name that file? What I can name, what we can just type get now posts services dot. Yeah, I can type that. That is great. Okay, so here, okay, so here I have to add one package which is HTTPS, right? Any, why is it HTTPS? Okay, oh, HTTP only, it should not be HTTPS. Okay, and here I can say any. Yeah, I know it's showing error, wait a second. Okay, now I think it's all good to go. I have imported this package. This package is used to, if you want to make any call. So in our case, okay, my WhatsApp is open, let me close. Okay, so here in our case we are making this call in this for this URL, right? Okay, so what I can do, let's create a function. Okay, so here what I will do is I will create a function. If we are making any call, then we need this feature, any network call. If we are performing something network call or something like that, we need this feature. And this will, okay, let's name our function get all posts. It will be asynchronous. Okay, and it will return a certain type. It will return a list of all posts. Okay, here you can see I have imported that model, and it will give us this type of, it will return something like this. Okay, great. So here I will make just basic call request. Let me import HTTP and final response. This variable will store the response. Await is because I am using this, making a call. I'm making a call, and in return that some data will come, right? But while I'm getting the data, it will take some time. So for that I am telling, hey, wait till the data comes and then proceed with next code. Okay, http dot get. In get we can use credential dot credentials dot, there was, what was the name, credential dot base URL. Yep, it is this. Okay, now here I can say return go to model all post. Here you can see the data which we are going to receive is from JSON. Okay, so I have to call this function. So we don't have to copy paste, we can just call it like this, all post from JSON and response dot body. Great. So, and we can do same stuff with our detail post. Okay, so I will do it like this. Okay, all post, it was detail post or something like that, right? Post detail, what was name, post detail, right? Post detail, and I can say here get post details asynchronously, and here I can just import. Yep, I can import, and same stuff, no, not same, there will be, we have to, okay, to get the data, to get the post detail, we have to pass every time this ID, right? That is only one thing which is tricky and very useful in our real world projects. Okay, so for that what we have to do is I can pass here integer ID and final response equals to await http dot get. It's all same. The tricky parts comes here. Okay, so here what do I have to do is I have to call this like this, credential dot base URL slash $ID. Yep, like this. Yes, like this. and in return I'm going to post detail from JSON. There should be post detail from JSON response dot body. Okay, it's not the ideal way. We may have to check if our request is successful or not, and then we have to store the data. But in this case we don't have to need to do that. But I'm going to create one specific video on Flutter with API. In there I will be showing how to pass tokens and stuff like that. Okay, so for now let's keep it simple. Okay, so our services part is over. Now only thing remaining is block. Great, so let's crush that also, that too. Okay, so here I can say all posts block dot. Okay, this is for all posts, and I can create one more file for post detail block dot. Okay, great. So now here let's start with all post block. Okay, and then we can first we will do this, and that is, or first we will receive all the posts and we will show them, and then we can go to that detail. That will be similar, so that will be not the hard to understand or confusion. Okay, so post detail all post block. Okay, so let's create a class all post block, and in this as you may know, first we have to create a controller. What is controller? A pipe. Okay, so first I am creating a controller. All post controller. Okay, here all post posts. Yep, yes, all post controller equals to stream controller. Yep, stream controller it is. So we can specify that in this pipe that there will be certain type of data will be passing through. Okay, so in this case what type of data will should that pipe expect? What type of data should this controller expect? It will be list of all posts. Okay, great. Now we can okay, now comes a bit of confusing, or we may say a focus part. Okay, if you can focus on this and understand this, all of your block thing is done, because this is only the key part where if you understand this, all other concepts are based on this only. So it's like building blocks. Okay, so great. So let's start. Now I am going to create a getter which okay, no leave that getter. Okay, I am going to create a method, a function which is posts. Okay, which is going to be asynchronous, open close, and here what will happen is, what I have to do is I have to make that call. So I am going to create a variable list of all posts. I can call it data. Okay, so here what will I do is I can store data equals to await equals to, I can call where is it, post services. Yep, I can call this function get all posts. Okay, get all posts, that is it. I may have to import Yep. Okay, now I have already received all the posts in a list. Now I have to add that list in a pipe. That's it. So to add something in a pipe, what did I told we have to use? We have to use sync. Okay, so I will call this controller all post controller dot sync dot add. So I will add this data, and that it's easy, right? Great. So now I have synced it, but now I also have to show the data, and to show the data, what do we have to use? We have to use stream. So I will create a new getter here, stream getter stream, which will show this same stuff, get all post stream arrow function, and I will call this controller and will say, hey, stream it. Okay, now okay, so by default this function should be called, right? Whenever the screen loads, this function should be called. Okay, for that what we have to use? We can use constructor, right? For that, all post all posts. Come on, man. Posts. I cannot write. This is a constructor in which we can use posts. It's like constructor is like whenever I'm using anything from this class, in this case we are going to use this string. So whenever I'm going to use this stream, this will automatically be called, and we will get the data. Okay, great. I think this is it, right? Okay, one last thing. Where every time in block there is one last rule. There are certain rule which is stream, sync, stuff like that, and the last rule is we have to close that pipe. We have to, after it being used, we have to close that. Okay, so I will create one function, this post, and I will just call that function. I will call that controller all posts dot all posts controller dot close. Okay, that's it. Okay, great. I think it's clear. Now we can show the data. Let's go to all post screen. Okay, here. Okay, now one last rule, I think. Okay, now to show, if we are using block, then Flutter gives us one thing, which is stream builder. Okay, stream builder, right? So in this I can give context and async snapshot and like this. Okay, we can, okay, let's continue, return, and in return I can pass this whole our existing code here. Okay, great. So I think it's we are good to go now. Okay, now I have to call that stream. I have to stream something, right? So there is one variable or one property in which I can call that this stuff, this getter, all post stream. I can call this. So here before calling that I have to create one object of it. So I can create somewhere here or where. Okay, I think I can create here itself. I can create, for example, what was the name? All posts block, all post block equals to all post block open close bracket. Okay, because I think we okay, nothing. So I can call in here string all. I can call that object, and here it will suggest all post string. Great, right? So okay, now what I can do is I just have to replace this title of the post with the data. So here the stream, here I can pass, I can specify what type of exact data I am getting. Okay, why I am doing that? Just a second. Async snapshot. Here I can specify all posts. Okay, okay, and then I can use snapshot dot length. I can use this, right? Come on, man. Oh, dot data dot length. Okay, so here I can use this length, and here also what I can do is I can use snapshot dot data dot, instead of here I can pass index because it's list, right? So I can pass that index, and then I can call title. So here you can see our what we can say, our code knows what type of exact variable we are going to get, right? So to get him know that, we have to pass here this. We have told, hey, this is the type of data which we are going to expect. So here it can easily suggest. That is the literally thing for which we are using that. Okay, title. Great. So now I think I'm all good to go. I can refresh and let's see. Finger cross that. Oh, no, not finger. Oh, no, continue. Now it's going to close that whole emulator. Okay, wait. Let me launch that again. Until that, the thing which I was forgetting is to close that stream. So here what I can say is I will call the dispose function of that widget, and here I can use that use this object. I can use this object and can call that dispose function. Okay, great. Now I can run it. So here it is. Great. So, hey, do you guys like this lengthy video, or do you guys want to see all small 10-20 minutes videos? Let me know. I'm planning in future like creating the real world app in live, and creating Django backend and connecting Django backend to the Flutter and stuff like that. So let's see. I have lots of plan. Give some feedback so that I can be more motivated. And okay, so let's try till this runs. Let's talk. So Okay, so why Flutter? Okay, it's getting hang. Okay, let's talk. So why Flutter is easy and why Flutter is best way to earn fast as possible. So for example, there's whenever a product is being created, first of all it's website being created, and with that website there will be their backend. Okay, and in that backend they can create easily endpoints. So they can hire Flutter developer and they can just tell them, hey, I'm giving you this endpoints, just integrate it with the Flutter and give me a quick app. So within a week or 2 week you can create that app and you can do this work in Flutter very easily, right? So this is the same story with me. I didn't know Flutter, but my client told me, and within weeks I learned the Flutter and I done that. So this is the best approach, because the key thing is the money is the only sustainable thing to let us keep coding, right? So if we earn, then only we can keep coding. So for that, Flutter is a best way. Flutter or creating small websites, static websites. There are lots of clients, really. Or if you are there who knows stuff, email me. I will give you some work, most probably. Okay. Mm, it will take some time. This is taking unexpectedly long time. And also let me know, should I keep continue with English or should I continue with Hindi? Okay, mm, let's have a sip of water. Okay, it's been launched. Let's see. Yeah, first it will show some error and then it will be loading. Okay, then here you can see we are getting the data and we can display here using block. Oh, okay. Great. Emulator is little heavy for my laptop. Yeah, it's only having 8 GB RAM, i3 processor. I don't, and with graphic card, I don't think it should hang my PC, but I don't know why. That's why Apple products are famous. They are more compatible. Come on, man. Okay, wait few more seconds. Let's see. This is the frustrate. This is the most irritating thing for every tutorial guy, for every YouTuber. Why is it not reloading it? Come on, man. Okay, okay, leave that. Okay, so we have, so you know basically how can we show the data, right? So should I continue with that next page or not? Okay, let's continue. It's easy. Okay, now we will continue with our go to post detail block, and here I will just copy paste the code because the video is too long and it's easy. So hold on a second. I will explain you all the things. Okay. So this is the stuff. Okay, here yep, let me import few things. uh, 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 uh. Yep. Post detail, instead of this the function name is little bit different in our case, right? which is which is get post detail. Okay, here it is. Okay, id, we have to pass this id. Great. I also need to import this. Okay, great. For this behavior subject, I just need to uh, import rx dot. Any. Uh, so here what I can do is I can just import rx dot. So why am I using rx dot? Oh, great question by the way. Okay, I will explain you. Just a second. I will explain you until my error goes away. Okay, my error has gone. Okay, so why are we using rx dot? It's like reactive. The full form of it may be reactive dot or something like that. So instead of stream controller, I am using behavior subject because we okay, here in this app, for example, if we click on this launcher icon, we will be sent to this detail page, and if we come back, we are going to ask again the data. Again we are going to ask multiple times data, right? We are going to ask multiple times to this controller, hey, to this stream, to this getter or whatever we say, to this getter, we are going to ask multiple times, hey, give me the data, give me the data. To and for this we are not going to do that. We are going to ask one time when the app loads, and that's it. Okay, so to overcome that problem, we are using behavior subject. How many times we ask the data, it will just give us. Okay, that's it. So here this is the same variable, which this is the same methodology, which is it's going to store, it's going to sync and add and stuff like that. Okay, the only thing here is let's move to our UI part, which is post detail. No, this is a model, right? Let me close all. Great. Credential, post service. Let's go to post service. Yeah, here. So here what do I need to do is I need to implement that stream here. Okay, that's it. So I'm going to stream builder, and in this I'm going to do that same stuff which I done previously. Snapshot, and here I can just paste them, right? Paste that. Great. And after that I can just say stream. In this stream I have to, okay, for this stream, just wait, there is one little thing which I need to explain you. That is the important part. For that's why I am doing this, or else I would have stopped at this single screen itself. Okay, so here while we are navigating to one screen to another, we have to get this. If we, okay, so here if we are clicking on this second post, then that second post id should we should get that second post id, right? If we are clicking this, then this post id should be received, right? For that part, what we are going to do is here we are going to create one what we can say, we are going to inherit something. Okay, wait a second. So post detail, we can say uh, post detail block. This is our this is a variable which we are going to get in constructor. Okay, this dot. Okay, and here we can just implement this widget dot block dot. Oh wait, I have to do this little bit later. Till that way, I have to create one more object here, which is post detail block, post detail equals to post detail block. Yes, this is our object, and by using that object we are going to do some stuff here. So okay, so before moving to the another page, we have to perform some task. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to call that and in that data, not data, I'm going to call that function which is post detail, right? Let's confirm that name, post detail. This function I'm calling this here. Okay, and in this I can pass the id. How will I going to pass this id? This is the important part. I'm going to pass snapshot dot data dot not dot here I will be getting index dot id. Yep, I'm going to pass that id there, and then okay. So while it's after this, only after performing this task, it should be navigated. Okay, this is the rule. So for that we can use await, and if we are using await, we have to use asynchronous. Great. Okay, I am facing some error. Oh, here it is expecting the it is expecting this object. So I need to pass this here. Okay, post detail block. Okay, sorry. Post detail block. Great. Yep, now I think it will work. So widget. Okay, wait, till before this there's one more last thing. I promise, one last thing. I just have to close that. So what was that name? Post detail dot dispose. This is it. Now here I just have to now it's all done. Now we can just call this widget dot post detail block dot post detail string. Great. Comma. Okay, so here I just need to specify that what type of data should be coming. Post detail. Yep, so now I can pass it here. Snapshot dot data dot title, and same goes here and here. So I will not pass, I will just restart the whole app. Okay, it's been stuck. Why is it been stuck? Okay, let's close this app. Okay, I will open one more terminal. Okay, I can run this here. Flutter, come on man. Flutter, run. Will it run or it was already running on the other terminal? Let's see. Oh, it's running. Okay, it's all good to go. I think you can. Okay, let's see how many subscribers do I have today. Today there's, I don't know today, but total subscribers are 767. Hmm, two more to go. It will take some time, and I'm not going to edit that, because if I'm going to edit that while rendering, it will take so much time, and I don't think it's worth it. So you can fast forward it, right? So my apologies for that, and mm, mm, let's see how long this video is. I cannot see the duration, right? Can I? Don't know. Uh, let's see. Okay, should I talk? What should I talk? So let's wait. Mm, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Do you guys play Call of Duty? If you play Call of Duty, then uh, let's be friend there. I will smash your head up. Call of Duty. Okay, it's running now. Let's see. Finger crossed. Hopefully it will work. Hey, while it's running, it will show one error, right? Because at first there is one error, and then the data gets loads up. So instead of that error, we can show the loading icon, that loading animation. Okay, let's try. If I click, is it going to the next page? Oh, it's showing one error. Okay, JSON HTTPS scheme not formatter. HTTPS JSON placeholder type. Okay, I'm facing some error. What is it? Okay, let's see. There is one problem also. What is the problem? Oh, leave that. Uh, I think it's regarding in the services. The services all good to go, right? Services. Come on, man. My system is getting hang. Yeah, the URL is all good to go. Then why is it showing error? Okay, the URL I failed. Let's see. Let's try opening this in Chrome. Is it working or not? Yes, open it up. Come on, man. Yeah, it's it's keep getting hang. Yeah, come on, ASUS. Come on, ASUS. Yeah, we are getting the data right. Then what the heck is the error? Unhandled exception. Post detail. Post detail. It is right, right? The type of data which I'm getting. Okay. Post detail from JSON. Post detail from JSON. This is also right. Okay, then what the heck is the problem? Huh. What may have I missed? Come on, this is the first type of error I'm getting. Oh, I think the code is correct. It's something here. My thing is messing up. Okay, leave that for now. Uh, Check out if your code doesn't work. I will give you the updated code. It will not on the git. It will be not on the GitHub. If you ask, I will give you, or or should I give you? Okay, I will give. Okay, check out my GitHub repository. There, I will upload. The name will be uh, YouTube blog API. Okay, so that's it. That is working. There are some other stuff. So okay, don't 90% chance that this code will be working, or if there will be if there will be any error, there will be it will be very small, so chill. Okay, so check out my GitHub repository. There will be this whole code, and that's it for today. We'll meet you most probably tomorrow in some other explanation or some other project. Okay, till that, keep coding.